Your Excellencies, Presidents of the Committee, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before going further, I will seize this opportunity to congratulate my brother President Barrow of Guinea-Bissau. I also welcome him to this extraordinary session. COVID-19 is taking its toll on the world, causing deaths, illnesses, and economic despair. It is a unique, severe, and unprecedented health and economic crisis that is changing our lives. Three things make it unique. First, it is a rolling combination of a health pandemic and an economic crisis. Second, the crisis has turned global in record time. Third, it is both a demand and supply side shock to all economies. Thus, the damaging consequences and the policy responses required are deep, many, and varied. The pandemic has brought about much human suffering, as evidenced by the rapid loss of life, deterioration of health outcomes, and the increasing economic misery nations have to put up with. Since the World Health Organization, WHO, confirmed the outbreak of COVID-19 and declared it a pandemic in March 2020, the Gambia has been monitoring the situation, and we have taken measures to prevent the spread of coronavirus in the country. Unfortunately, we recorded the first case on the 16th March 2020. Overall, 332 tests have been conducted. As of 21st April 2020, 10 cases have been confirmed within the country, with 1 death. In view of the close linkages between our economies globally, the global lockdown and scaling down of economic activities have already shown adverse effects on our country. Small and medium enterprises have been hammered by the lockdowns, and many workers have either lost their jobs or work on reduced work schedules. The disruption has negatively impacted on supplies, investment, and services, especially in the tourism sector. Remittances have declined, and our GDP is expected to drop from 3.5% to 0.6% if the trend continues. COVID-19 has toll on our health system, and there is limited capacity to effectively mitigate its impact. Limited access to water, electricity, and technology makes it more challenging to enforce the safety measures in most parts of the country. Excellencies, the pandemic has affected tax revenues and increased health expenditure. It has halted formal education and restricted movement for people to earn their livelihoods. To prevent the possible spread of the virus, measures taken include travel bans, border closures, and compulsory quarantine where necessary. Given the current environment of uncertainty and fear, enterprises are likely to delay investments, purchases of goods, and hiring of workers. Consumer demand has also declined with their effects generally. Economically, considering the vulnerability of the Ecowas member states, this pandemic will certainly continue to have devastating consequences on our economies. 2/3 of workers in the Gambia work in the informal sector, which accounts for 80% of the informal economy. It is tragic that the vast majority have no regular income and therefore have neither savings nor any social security buffer in case of loss of wages. In this difficult situation, they cannot meet their basic necessities. In revisiting our policies to address COVID-19, health and social protection measures have been given priority, ranging from testing and treatment to building the human resource base in the health sector and expanding social assistance. Our fiscal policy measures include referring, filing and payment, reducing social contributions, granting low-interest loans to firms, reprioritizing spending, and financing larger fiscal deficits. Maximum efforts will be placed on protecting employment and incomes for enterprises and workers negatively impacted by the indirect effect of COVID-19. Financially, industrial and trade policies will be reviewed further. However, the immediate policy response to the current situation is to focus on saving lives, limiting the spread of the virus, and managing the crisis. My government welcomes the immediate response from our development partners and individuals, and will continue to work with them in a coordinated manner to minimize the harmful impact of the virus. The massive response from community leaders, politicians, and civil society to support communities is equally welcome. To conclude, I thank the Ecowas community and the Secretariat for this great initiative and opportunity to share our experiences in dealing with COVID-19. I thank you for your kind attention.